Welcome back. We are going to do a portfolio revision. I want to aim for more of a creative director portfolio. The portfolio I have now is nice and it includes some of my proudest works. However, I've taken notice that a lot of creative directors, when they have a portfolio, it just shows a few projects that they're pretty proud about and give some context behind them and details. And mine is kind of like my whole entire art archive pretty much on there. So I'm just really going to eliminate a lot of projects from it, and focus on projects that I'm proud about and that I feel like is helping direct me to more creative directing roles. It shows more of behind the scenes. So at first, I just looked up some references of some of the few people that I really like their style, and try my best to look at their website and see what are small things that I liked about it. So for example, with the Rosalia album, I really like that on her website the colors are simple and they work well together. So I haven't decided what color I might make mine, but just keeping that in mind, having maybe like 4 colors that mesh well together. With the Golf Wing website by Tyler the Creator, I like that when you hover over a part of the website, it pops up and shows the title. So at first you just see the picture until you hover your mouse over and then you see the title. The Caro, I like that as you move down, further down into her website, backgrounds change and they connect with whatever the section represents, whether that's the about section, the actual clothes. With fashion, okay. With fashion neurosis, I like that I like that she has a lot of description of aspects that perhaps go into an episode or go into details of the guests that she has. With Jesse Nyberg, I like that he just has what he's most proud of at the moment and what he continues to work on. I think that's pretty good, and I guess that's also the goal. Now, this last one, her name is Corpo Jonelle. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but I was just on YouTube and she's kind of doing the same thing where she's using YouTube to help grow her career in being first an art director and then a creative director based on what her bio says. I kind of got the idea to do a video like this from her actually, because she did almost like a presentation, I would say. And yeah, I just wrote that context is everything. Okay, so this is my portfolio. It's not bad, it's very colorful. However, it's like too much going on. I mean, I don't have much for mixed media, but just so much. And also, I am not super experienced with After Effects. I have never used After Effects at all. So I'm going to just have a pretty simple portfolio because I don't know how to use After Effects, but one day. However, I'm not too focused on that. So I think I'm just gonna go bit by bit, and I'm gonna stop recording, and then when I get halfway with things, I'm going to continue recording. All right, so I'm done. I honestly only took about 2 hours. I expected it to be longer. However, I guess I just easily got rid of a lot of pages. I didn't need to go through everything necessarily. And I kind of just want to focus on more recent projects that I've been doing that I feel relate more with where I'm going. So for the first aspect, we just have our navigation area with work, about, contact, my name, and Instagram and YouTube icon buttons. And then we have creative director again. With the layout that I chose, it also includes the Instagram and YouTube social icons, so maybe I'll try to see if I can change that. But when I try to, like, if I delete one, it deletes it also on the top, so I'm just leaving that there for now. And then I just decided to go with this green background color, which I feel is pretty nice because the last background I was using was a picture of myself in a photo shoot that I did, and although the photos were nice, I felt like the colors were kind of clashing together quite a bit because there was just so much going on. So I think the green helps the eye stay focused on the other elements. And I think white on this kind of very dark green is really nice. It's clear, it's legible, which is what I like. So, like I mentioned, I like the hovering when you put your mouse on there if you're viewing this on a desktop or on a laptop. So first we just have my graphic design area, and it's just things I've done, mostly things I'm proud of. Like I have a lot of designs that I've done, but I just want to do ones that I'm proud of. And the designs I've done were just for practice. I didn't want to add explanations for everything, so just simple things. And I also plan on, like, if I add one, taking one off just so it isn't like too crowded. So I just have some with different dynamics, and yeah. And then we go back to work. We have my SideQuest Eurotrip Volume 1 section. Of course, I've already done a whole entire video explanation on it, so it also describes it in the caption here that I've wrote. And we just have the pages of my document, and it was the saved version that has the bleed so that the printer has a reference point of printing. And yeah, kind of just have that. With this page we have more detail because although I do have a detailed video that I have on my channel, I wanted to just give like a brief explanation on what it is we did and what it was. And since this was the first one of Evolve, I think it was nice to give a little introduction. So I just have my little paragraph, not paragraph, but small explanation. I added a link so it will just take you to the store. And then what else? I wrote the goal that she relayed on me, so then I can explain where the theme kind of comes from without going into full detail. Then when you click on that, it will go to the YouTube video that explains everything. And then I just added a quick screenshot of the Milnote board that we use that was also seen in the YouTube video, and just essentially quickly spoke on how I did We navigated like the mood boards, call sheet, budget, and post-project performance. And every time you go down, it always says like, it brings you to the other pages. And for my about, it's always, for me, I find it a little tricky talking about myself in the third person, but I know that's how you're supposed to go about it. So it's kind of, it's new, it's funny, I would say. However, I just came up with what I could. Kept it short, simple, didn't want to explain like my whole entire artistry journey. And this photo was from a little self photo shoot that I did earlier this year. I, again, adored the skate park photos, but I think the too much colors kind of situation was kind of throwing me off. Yeah, and then we have the contact section, which I haven't had anyone contact me. And I'm assuming you would just get like an email notification through Adobe. So yeah, I guess if you choose to go through with a contact, you can do that. I haven't used it, but I think it would be fairly simple. And that is about it. Right now I just want it to be simple. There's gonna be more projects that I do. My goal is to just have a minimum of 6 like pages at a time, because I don't want to overload too much. I think that's one thing that I noticed about my last portfolio is I felt again like I was putting out my whole entire artistry from like since 2020, which is cool, but I think I just want viewers to get straight to the point. Again, maybe I'll learn After Effects, but I don't see that happening for a while. Because I think with a portfolio, it's just what kind of work is on there that I think is what is most important, rather than the layout and the look. Which I really like this one. It's way more simple, like it feels way more chill. So yeah, that's it.